Next on my list of modifications for my Tenere 700 is the Anti-Bobble Head device. Now, my first test rides off-road of this bike really proved why this is an important accessory to get on right away. The display rattles like crazy on bumpy roads and making it almost unusable in terms of being able to see what's going on the display while you're riding. Everything is just bouncing around like crazy. First thing I'm going to do is take the windscreen off. That's a 4mm. Then I'm going to take off my navigation bar. That is a 5mm. Remove the two M5 bolts that hold the display on. Lift the display up to disengage it from the slots it sits in, and then pull it up and away from the dash. 4 more 5mm around the headlight shroud. These are kind of precarious. You want to make sure you're not pushed too hard, because if you do, you'll push the little grommets that are holding the headlight in all the way in. It is challenging to reach the lower headlight bolts, but a small 5mm Allen key, like you get in a cheap set, fits in there, and with a little bit of patience, you'll get these out easily enough. After a bit of trial and error, I found that the best way to get these anti-bobble head brackets installed is to attach them loosely at the bottom using the lower headlight mounting bolts, and that gives you a little bit of support to then thread the nav bar through the top holes. Make sure the two 3mm set screws in each bracket are backed all the way out so that the bracket slides smoothly onto the bar. Once the brackets are in position, it's just about pushing everything back together. I started with attaching the two Allen bolts on the nav bar, threading them on loosely. Don't forget that there is these little copper bushings that goes on the bolt before you thread it on. Then I continued to the headlight bolts. It helps to push a little bit on the headlight to get the bolts to thread into the rubber grommets in the headlight assembly. Again, go easy on those rubber grommets so you don't push them through into the headlight shroud. Again, the lower headlight assembly bolts are a pain to reach, but be patient and they'll tighten back up. I used a little bit of Loctite on the 3mm set screws so that I was never worried about them vibrating out. We're gonna put the instrument cluster back on. So it's got these little tabs that slide in here. So just gonna get up and over the tabs. In there like that. Reinstall the two bolts holding the display on using a 5mm Allen. Again, mind those rubber grommets. And finally, put the windscreen back on with the 4 small bolts and a 4mm Allen key. And that's it. Let's go for a ride and see if this is any better. I immediately noticed a big difference with the braces installed. The crazy vibration that made my display unreadable on bumpy gravel roads is virtually non-existent now. And for a good price and a fairly straightforward install, this was definitely a mod worth doing. I'm super surprised that Yamaha hasn't locked this issue down already, but thank goodness for the aftermarket for recognizing this issue and making a fairly easy fix. I think this mod definitely makes my top 5 must-do modifications for the Tenere 700. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you want to see more content like this, please don't hesitate to subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you have questions, leave a comment. We release monthly content, and we'll have many more about the Yamaha Tenere 700. Until next time, I'm Austin, and this is Points Unknown TV. See you on down the trail.